Hey guys, Jimmy J, Kryptographyk. I just fell asleep at my desk. I've been doing this stuff for so long, man. There are so many nights where I just stay up all night researching stuff for YouTube videos and researching new cryptos and all that kind of thing. And to finally get somewhere with this BitConnect thing in the top of the BitConnect pyramid, it seems, has been pretty cool. But the main video that I'm rendering out, just to show you here, it's been rendering for 5.5 hours, and it says that there is 15, almost 16 hours left of rendering. So, but I did think it was funny that after my chat on Facebook, and I asked this guy that's listed in BitConnect Public Limited, right? If you go to UK Companies House and you search for BitConnect, you will see that, and I'm just making this just with my iPhone so I can upload it quickly, because I know those of you who have been waiting for this information about BitConnect for a while are wanting to see it quickly, so I thought I'd just upload just a quick and scrappy version while the big main version gets rendered out for later, because I might have to release that tomorrow morning or something like that. So if you look in UK, it's called Companies House. This seems to be this is the UK business register, where new businesses have to register themselves. You'll notice that here, BitConnect Limited, this was the first time that BitConnect was registered as a business. And if we look in here real quick, we'll see that BitConnect was registered on the 14th of July 2016, and its first statement was due on the 13th of July 2017. So this was when BitConnect was supposed to hand in its first statement and prove that it was a legitimate business, and that the dealings weren't shady and that everything was safe. And they did not hand in those statements. So this was the original incorporation here. Was only the one person, which nobody has been able to find yet, but I'm sure the whole world will be very interested if anybody does find him. But Ken Fitzsimmons is the only name on the registration. And if we look at the filing history, we see that even when you look in the actual PDF, so the certificate of incorporation, you'll notice that Mr. Ken Fitzsimmons himself did not file this application for a private company. By the way, when he first filed it, the business address was given as the Panorama Park Street, which is a complex. It's not an office complex. And I believe there are videos from other YouTubers trying to go to that complex and looking for a BitConnect office and not being able to find any of those details. Anyway, here was the one company director. He owned the one company share at this point. Here it's the class of shares is in the odds, and the currency is the GBP. There is one number allotted is 1, and they are all owned by this Ken Fitzsimmons character. Whether he's a real person or whether he's a fake person, will the real Ken Simmons please stand up, because the world has a lot of questions we'd like to ask you about your $611 million market cap Ponzi scheme, which is what I believe it is. This is just my personal, thoughts on the matter. It says here, on incorporation, there will be someone who will count as a person with significant control, either a registrable person or relevant legal entity in relation to the company. And we notice here, as we scroll down even more, that Mr. Ken Fitzsimmons, here we go, here we see Mr. Ken Fitzsimmons did not actually file this application himself. He used an agent from the company called Companies Made Simple in London, England, to file this application, which is, I mean, there's nothing inherently dodgy about using a third-party agent to file your application to become incorporated as a company. It's done a lot. So, I mean, that in itself doesn't make something inherently dodgy, but to me, that just says to me, well, Ken Fitzsimmons hasn't even presented, you know, at the desk to sort of incorporate this original entity, BitConnect, right? And when the time comes where BitConnect is supposed to hand in all of its documents, as we saw before, due date on 13th of July, first statement, date 13th of July, due by the 27th of July, it's overdue. They haven't handed it in, and I'm sure this will soon lead to this their company status being revoked, the company number being revoked. But what we now see, instead of this company handing in his legitimate documents, what we now see is that all of a sudden a couple more BitConnect entities have formed, and they have given a different address: Grant Thornton House, 22 Melton Street, King's Cross. In my other video, I asked for someone in England. Can someone please confirm whether this is a set of apartments or whether this is a specific individual unit, and you know, whether or not there are people there, or whether or not it's just another shady setup like the original setup was. So anyway, we look at these two companies. This one seems to be a group. In the last couple of days, they've added a bunch more people from a bunch of different countries to it, and it looks like they're adding a sort of a worldwide sales team. This Vietnamese woman is involved. She's involved in the other company as well. This guy is new. This guy is new. This guy is new. This guy is new. He must be the South Korean person. And I said in my other video, 김종근 씨 이거 보시면 저한테 이메일을 좀 보내주세요. 유튜브 인터뷰를 하고 싶으니까 저한테 이메일 보내주시고 너무너무 만나고 싶습니다. 질문이 많습니다. 예? So just try any one of these guys. I just want to get any one of these guys to come onto YouTube, answer some questions, and, you know, be a little bit legit, be a little bit transparent about what it is exactly that's going on at BitConnect. Here we go. We've got this is the Vietnamese lady who I also chatted to on Facebook as well, and Water Santoso has proven to be quite elusive. I can't find who this person is. All that I find when I search for him is some kind of obituary for some Muslim terrorist who died recently. So I can't find a specific guy related to BitConnect. Maybe some of you guys want to do your own searching with that, because he seems to be quite high up in the mix as well. Anyway, if we go and we step back once more, the most interesting part of all this is that out of all these companies that were formed, we have this one, BitConnect Public Limited. So whatever this is, BitConnect Public Limited, it is run by the same 3 people, and this hasn't been changing. They haven't been adding new staff to the roster for this company. We have Mr. Santoso, which on the business registration document, his name is literally Mr. Santoso. No real details there, just Mr. Santoso, whoever that is. And we have Sofana Khan. And we have Tanhai Le Tai, which I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correct. So on Facebook, I managed to add Mr. Sofana Khan. And we had a long chat, and I confirmed with him in our chat. I said, so if you're not going to give me, straight answers, I'm going to release this information on YouTube. Is that okay with you if I release the details of our chat or whatever? And he said, because I said to him, you say you've got nothing to hide. You say you're just a BitConnect promoter. And he said, yes, I'm just a promoter. I'm not a director. I'm not anything. I don't have any company in the UK and whatnot. He wouldn't answer any of those questions. But he said, yes, check my whole profile. But he did not, even after he consented to check his whole profile, he changed his name from Sofana Khan on his profile to Sofana. And he has just after his chat with me, he's gone live with all these other people. And if you look at the people he's gone live with, let's have a look in another page. Where are they? 18 others. And you go down this list of people, you have all these people that are talking about OneCoin. I mean, all these people. There's these. Where is this other guy? Tony Anthony. Here we go. Tony Anthony. So Tony Anthony ran this thing called the Blockchain and Crypto Summit 2017, which seems to be some kind of big gathering. And if you ask me, it looked like a gathering along the lines of, similar OneCoin promotions we've seen in the past. OneCoin was a very, and these profiles are all public. This is whatever's on this profile. He has allowed it to be viewable by the public. So I'm not releasing any secret personal details in that regard. But let's have a look into the Blockchain and Crypto Summit. But all these people that are on Sofana Khan's team, right? Are all these people who are supporting OneCoin, Dogecoin, which seems to be another MLM pyramid scheme that's just come out, Dogecoin. But this is just giving you a clear picture of the kind of people who are running now BitConnect. It would appear. When I was chatting with Sofana Khan originally, I have all of the Facebook chat logs. I asked him if I could release them. He said yes, so I'll be releasing the Facebook chat logs. I put it to him. I said, Sofana, have you considered the opportunity? Have you considered the possibility that you might not be the kingpin, and that someone might be using you as a patsy? It seems here like we might have a patsy situation where Sofana Khan and some of the names that are on this list, Tanhai Le Tai, I spoke to her as well. Again, this is on the website Companies House, which is the English business regulatory authority. It's a possibility. There are a couple of possibilities in this. One possibility is that these guys are the guys who created BitConnect originally, and they created Ken Fitzsimmons as a fake person, and created BitConnect, and once it came crunch time and his documents were due to show that BitConnect was a legitimate company, they decided to try and make these other companies with their own names and try and transfer ownership to themselves. In the other video that's taking longer to render, I take a closer look at the BitConnect coin, at the code in the coin, at the software that's been uploaded into the coin, and the development team behind it, and the GitHub, and all bunch of other stuff, a bit more of a detailed approach. As I said, this is all public information, again, searchable on the public record, so please do have a look yourselves. But it's painting a clear picture, guys. They're teaming up with groups of people who are supporting OneCoin, DoesCoin, the latest MLM pyramid scheme, where they're making their own little exchange with their own little coin, similar to BitConnect, where they make their coin forked from some other code, and then they have it on their own dodgy tiny little exchange, and they make you buy their coin and stake their coin and hold it, so the value climbs, of course, with simple supply and demand. I mentioned in the other video High on Coins and Max Lee, and you saw how high they got the chain coin market cap to grow over a couple of weeks just from some YouTube promotion and telling people just to buy and hold. So when we buy and hold something, the value goes up. Yeah. So this is a very clear picture. These are the types of people who are running the development of the BitConnect company. These are the types of people who are consorting together with OneCoin. Is a proven scam. OneCoin is a proven, it's taken to third world countries and being used as a vessel to maybe make some people in third world countries some money, and that's great. I love that. I hate having to be the bearer of bad news for some of these people, that the cash train is eventually going to come crumbling down. But the sad news is some of these people in these poorer companies like Cambodia, Vietnam, or India, some of these poor people are going to put all of their money into these scams, and then when it eventually comes crashing down, when the house of cards falls to the ground, who's going to be left holding the bags? But those same investors who put all their faith in this apparent system that was apparently had your volatility software, where you have a bot and the volatility software decides how much money you release to the public and whatnot. This is all complete. It's clear as day to me. So all these little proofs that you guys have given me, Crypto Brad, Chris Cobell, I watched Jedi Knight's video. I respond to his stuff in more length in the other video. This is all very clear, and it's becoming clearer by the day. BitConnect is clearly a scam. I don't want to make a BitConnect referral link. I don't want any money from this dirty company. Crypto Brad, if you still want to support it, I mentioned in the other video that I respect you because you promoted good, intelligent conversation. I don't agree with your views. I don't agree with your fact that BitConnect is legitimate. But anybody watching this video who still wants to invest in BitConnect after seeing all this, please go over to Crypto Brad's YouTube. He's got a sign up link over there, and you can invest on his YouTube. So we'll let the main video render out, guys. We have let's see how long we have here. Yeah, look, it's just, I don't know why it's taking so long for this particular video. Usually it takes an hour or two, but it still says there's 15 hours left. So look, we're gonna have to call it a night with that one, because Jimmy J Kryptographyk needs to get some sleep. He's been up researching videos for you guys and trying to gather the best information for you guys. I have 2 upcoming videos on some top investment decisions. I'm going to be studying some coins in more detail and teaching you guys how to study coins and recommending a couple of very good investments for the next couple of months. Apart from that, peace out. Let me know what you guys think. as I said, I always encourage intelligent conversation. If you disagree with me, if you love BitConnect, if you hate BitConnect, whatever, tell me in the comment section. We'll chat about it. Okay? Apart from that, I'm just trying to save people. I'm just trying to help people. I'm just trying to protect people from what could possibly be a very bad situation when this all comes crashing down to the ground. All right? So thank you for your time. Jimmy J, Kryptographyk. Peace out.